Hello. It's Power Coach Alishia here for your, what day of the week we're at? Thursday Livecast Live. Our theme this month is all about marketing. Hold on, I gotta see if my chair's high enough. I look like I don't have on an undershirt. Here we go. It's all about marketing. Now, this is the first time I've been live in Direct Sellers Rock, which is my Facebook group for direct sellers. Hi, Susan. And live on Periscope at the same time. So you guys are going to see, oh wait, this is Facebook, this is Periscope. So you guys are going to see me looking in both places. So if you're my groupie and you hang out with me in the Direct Sellers Rock group, like OG, what up OG? I just want you guys to know that I am live on Periscope as well. So I'm going to be like back and forth. But we're going to have a great time today. You guys are going to learn a lot about scheduling. This will be about 20 to 30 minutes. Our theme this month for Direct Sellers Rock is marketing. So I really want to help you guys master marketing from our rock camps to the posts we've been doing here, as well as the live cast, just bringing everything together to help you guys. Yeah, you got the notification 5 minutes late because I am 5 minutes late. Imagine that. No, anyways, I had to figure out how to get everything set up the right way, so that's why you got notification late. Thanks for being patient. I am one person with a bajillion things to do. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about scheduling for busy mompreneurs. Hi, Angelica. If you guys are not a mompreneur, then you don't have to worry about the mompreneur part. But most of us running our direct sales business, we are mompreneurs, right? And we've got a lot going on. We've got to keep the house in order. We've got to run our business. And then some of you guys also have day jobs, right? And I kind of now fall into that same category of having a day job and a direct sales business as well as a family, right? Because I own Rockstar Direct Sales, the CEO, founder, creator, and the badassery behind it, as you guys know. And then I'm also a business partner in LuLaRoe, Alishia, Christina, and we have our Besties Boutique. So you've got to really learn how to control your schedule. And actually, last night we were talking about this as well. Hi, Erica, in my clients group, where, hi Shannon, in our in my clients group, where I have like a lot of stuff that is on my plate on any given day that I'm working on and working through any given week. And OG asked me, how do you even have time for your me days? How do you even have time for any downtime, What? No, it's not a different group. A mompreneur is a mom who owns a business. Hi, Megan. I don't even know what you're talking about. Flo? So anyways, today we're talking about how to do a schedule for busy mompreneurs, right? Moms who own businesses. Or if you're, like I was saying, if you guys aren't a mom, don't worry about it, okay? Anyways, so moving on. I have like a whole format and flow that you need to follow when setting your schedule. And today I talked to you guys about, if you're in the Direct Sellers Rock group, well, you guys are. If you guys aren't, you need to go to directsellersrock.com and, just be a part of what's going on in there, because everything that we're doing, every post that's going out there, not every post, but there's a theme that's happening. So right now we're talking about schedules, and we'll go on talking about schedules the rest of this week in the group, and really helping bring everything together, as well as my live cast. I think I've already said that like 3 times now, so hopefully everybody's caught up. Hi, Nisha. Did I already say hi to you, Sharita? Hi if I didn't. Anyways, so how it works is the very first thing that you need to put in your schedule is your time for yourself. Now, I know my Rockstar Vice President, Shasta Nash, as well as the Rock Crew member, Tia Chapo, they tend to bounce in and out of lunchtime lessons, and sometimes their rock seat coaching is talking to you guys about your order of importance. It's called OOI to the third power. And today we're just talking about that very first power and bringing it all together. And if you pay attention in the Direct Sellers Rock group, we'll talk about the second power and the third power and really getting your schedule together. As the busy season comes, if you don't get your schedule together, you're not going to be able to hit your goals that you have set for yourself. Hi, Penny. You're not going to hit your goals that you have set for yourself because you don't have a schedule that allows you space to reach those goals. If you've been paying attention to my live cast this week, I've been talking a lot about making space for success. So let me take a poll for you guys that are on here live. and just ask you, do you have space in your schedule for you, your partner, your kids, and your business? Yay! Well, it's okay if it's disarray, Susan. That's what this is for, is reminders. Why? So as you guys are answering that question, do you have space in your schedule for you, your partner, your kids, and your business? Hi, Brittany. So yes, no, maybe so. Shout out in the comments. We have a getting there, working on it. The reason why it's really important to bring everything back into perspective and remind you guys is because things go amazing. Hi, Taylor. Well, it's good that you can admit that, Taylor, because now you can make some changes. Some weeks yes, some weeks no. That's why I'm reminding you guys of this. That's why Tia and Shasta remind you guys of this periodically. Usually every few months, you've been been the one losing the time. Yeah. Penny says it's important to her. Anne says barely doing it. Angelica says no. Taylor says she needs to make it happen. Well, usually we are the first ones to go, right? We put what we want to do and our plans for ourselves last. Our partner generally is further down the list as well. Our kids usually come first. And then everything is a little bit crazy and psychotic, right? If you guys are on Periscope, if you are on an Android, if you'll just swipe up, I think it is, and share, invite followers, or share on Facebook, share on Twitter, invite followers here on Periscope. If you are on iPhone, it's either left or right. I can't remember which way. And invite followers and share as well. I would greatly appreciate it. If you guys are here on Direct Sellers Rock, you can't share outside of Direct Sellers Rock. People won't see it. So thank you, Susan. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Patrice. Okay, so listen. We are usually the first to go because what happens is like, oh, well, I can wait on that. I don't need that. Hi, Riley. There's lots of new people on here today. This is awesome. I don't need that. I don't need to worry about me or whatever. It's like, well, date night can wait. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, your order of importance is completely out of whack. So today we're talking about the first power. So it's called OOI to the third power. I have an entire formula. It's OOI to the third power plus CVs equals PPP. So OOI to the third power plus core values equals peak personal power. Okay? OOI to the third power plus core values equals PPP, or peak personal power. So that's my formula. Hi, Tessa. And that is what you need to live a life at the highest levels of peak personal power. So let's get into the first part of the formula, which is, again, you. So OOI to the third power, one more time, is order of importance to the third power. The first power is you. You go into your schedule absolutely first. Hi, Shelby. Now, in my Rockstar Success System, this is all broken down. I have an entire training that comes with the Rockstar Success System that walks you through this, and you control your entire life with that system, so you're not running around like a chicken with its head cut off, going here, going there, doing this, doing that, wearing that Superwoman cape that you're tripping on, it's dragging on, it's strangling you around your neck, you know? So if you guys have my Rockstar Success System, this is going to be a great refresher for you. Hi, Amanadette. Hi, Amanadette, sorry. This is going to be a great refresher for you. If you guys don't have my Rockstar Success System, the pre-sale's coming up here soon, so look out for that. For those of you that have purchased the Rockstar Success System, you should be getting a surprise from me in the mail, which is a phenomenal pre-sale offer for you badasses, okay? Hi, Jessica. Anyways, first power, you. The first thing that goes in your schedule is an hour for yourself every day. This morning, I totally shocked myself. It's been pretty crazy in my life. You know, just as well as all of you guys, there's a lot of changes going on. Daniel had an apprenticeship, he didn't have an apprenticeship, I started a business over here, and then that didn't work, and I started a business over here, and that didn't work. Like, there's all this stuff happening, and now we're getting ready to launch our LuLaRoe business, and I really feel strongly connected to the fact that we are going to get our call in the next week or two. So we're like getting a whole bunch of stuff ready for that. Plus, I'm live casting for you guys, cleaning things up here at Rockstar Direct Sales to make them a lot more easily manageable. We're rearranging our entire house to make space for our Lula stuff. So, I mean, there's just so much going on, making big decisions. It's just nuts, right? But my point is, this morning when I woke up, I got ready and I was listening to music and I was dancing. You know, I talked to Christina, which is my LuLaRoe business partner, about some things that I wanted to get clear on, and asked her some questions, whatever. And I sat, I did my makeup, you know, there were all these things that were happening today, and I kept checking the time because I felt like I should have been live. I felt like I was running behind. But it was so weird. I actually wasn't running behind, and I did things throughout this morning that really wouldn't be counted as an hour of power, but it was just so nice to not hit the ground running in the morning and just like hit it and sit and this and then that, and then not really get too crazily. So anyways, your hour of power shouldn't go anything like that, but I just kind of wanted to tell you that for once for me, I wasn't hitting the ground running in the morning. I had some time to just kind of relax and dance, you know, and just have that time to myself. I'm in a great mood. I feel phenomenal. Any of you guys that were on live with me yesterday know I worked 14 hours on Monday, 14 hours on Tuesday, and wrapped up right around 12 maybe hours, maybe 10 hours yesterday. So today's a perfect day for me to be exhausted and overwhelmed and feeling miserable, right? But I'm not. I feel phenomenal. And partly it's because I changed how I started my morning. I slowed down the pace. So every single day is an hour of power for yourself. During that time, you're reading for 15 minutes, you're journaling about your thoughts or what you read, and then you need to do some sort of exercise for 30 minutes, whether it's going for a walk or doing Pilates or doing yoga. Whatever it is, it needs to be some sort of exercise just to get your blood pumping and, you know, do some healthy things for yourself. The reading is to learn and grow in your mind and become a better person. Thank you for all the hearts. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Facebookers, where are my hearts? Where are my hearts? Anyways. You guys like my style today? Is this me at all? I wanted to be cute, comfy. I didn't feel like doing my hair today. I love the hearts. All right, anyways. Yay, Facebook hearts. Thank you, Charlotte. You're awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. Sharita, give me hearts. Everybody's giving me hearts. Let's see. Sunday is family day. My husband and I get downtime in the evenings after the littles are in bed and do date night once a month. That's awesome. All right. Well, it's not enough, though. We'll talk about that in a minute. This means waking up for the kids, which is hard when I'm a night owl. Ha, ha, ha. I can do it. Don't worry about it. It doesn't necessarily mean that, so we're going to talk about that next. But let me one more time refresh you guys about what I said you need to do. You're reading for 15 minutes. You're journaling your thoughts about what you read, or just your thoughts in general, anything that starts coming up, because you might be reading something over here. Yay! A heart from Flo. You might be reading something over here, and then when it goes to journal time, you start journaling about what you're pissed off about your husband for, how you feel like you're a failure as a mom, how you feel like you let everybody down, and it's just because maybe something you read sparked that, but the book had nothing to do with that. The journal is just really like the therapy that you need to work through your shit, to release the shit that you've got going on inside of you, okay? Or coming up with phenomenal ideas. I can't tell you how much wonderfulness I've created for Rockstar Direct Sellers Rock from journaling from stuff I read. Now there's rules. The reading cannot be fictional. Is it fictional or nonfiction? Yeah, it cannot be fictional stuff. It cannot be shit like smut books or the Hunger Games. None of that bullshit. It's self-help stuff. What do you struggle with? If you're struggling with like anxiety and self-confidence and, you know, panic attacks and overwhelm, the book you're reading should be helping you through that stuff. If you want to learn to like live through the law of attraction and manifest and attract more positive and good to you and get your energy on a positive wavelength because you feel like you're more of a negative person, then you should be reading The Secret or Quantum Success, which, oh, I forgot to turn on my warmer. I had it upside down and backwards. But Quantum Success, which is our book for the month. I gotta turn on my my diffuser. Have to have the diffuser on, people. That's what gives me my energy and stays confident and dedicated and motivated. All right, here we go. Not confident. I meant to say dedicated and motivated and focused. Okay, here we go. Anyways, so I got my diffuser on. The 4 Agreements, I have actually never read it, Brittany. I do need to read that. Hi, Markella. So anyways, Quantum Success is phenomenal for the law of attractions. And actually, tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern in Direct Sellers Rock, right here in the group. If you guys are on Periscope, make sure you join us at directsellersrock.com. But we are going over the first 4 chapters. Hi, Katie. Where have you been? The first 4 chapters of Quantum Success, and it's all about using universal laws in your life. I freaking love this book. Do you see all these tabbies? I have all these tabbies in the book. I have an entire key of things that I underlined and circled. Do you guys see that? And what page number they're on? It is an unbelievable freaking book. And first 4 chapters tonight, even if you haven't read them, we are going to be discussing them. I've got such great content to go over with you at 6 p.m. tonight Eastern in Direct Sellers Rock. So here for you guys got to go to directsellersrock.com. Anyways, no fictional books. This needs to be a book that you're reading to help yourself grow. If you need ideas on what books to read each month during this time, in the Rockstar Success System, we have recommended reading right down in the bottom right corner for you, exactly what you should be reading for the month, so you don't even have to like go and figure out what to read. We also have book club in the Rock Club. Every Thursday at 6 p.m. we're discussing usually a chunk of chapters from whatever book we're reading. So you guys could be reading this for your 15 minutes a day. Isn't that freaking perfect? Right? I'm telling you, you got to read 15 minutes a day, and we have a book. So you don't even have to think about what it is that you're going to be reading. So anyways, this is Quantum Success by Sandra Ann Taylor. And if you go to the photo section of Direct Sellers Rock Facebook group at directsellersrock.com, or right here in this group, you guys can see that there's a picture of it and a link to it on Amazon. All right? So you're reading for 15 minutes. You're journaling about what you read. Most people skip journaling, people. They skip the journaling because they don't like to journal. They don't like to write. But the truth is, you're hiding out from what can come up for you. You're hiding out from the truth that's happening in your life. And you know if you start writing about it, emotions are going to start coming out, and you don't want to face those. Well, let me just tell you something. If you hold on to the negative energy and emotions that you have, you will make yourself freaking sick. You will give yourself cancer, and you will literally kill yourself. I don't mean figuratively. Literally kill yourself. Because negativity has to come out. It has to go away. It has to escape. And if it doesn't escape, if it doesn't come out, and if it doesn't go away, the only choice it has is to formulate a spot within you, to build a home within you. And you do not freaking want that, okay? So, every day an hour. You can wake up an hour earlier or go to bed an hour later. So Taylor, you were saying you're a night owl, then do it. Go to bed an hour later. So end your day on a very powerful note, or start your day on a powerful note. I don't give a shit. If your kid needed to be administered medicine an hour early every freaking morning, or an hour later than what you're going to bed at right now, bet your freaking ass you would do it. Right? Let's say it took an hour to administer that medicine. So you had to do it an hour later or an hour earlier than you are right now, and it took an entire hour to do it. What if that kid had to walk for 30 minutes of that time? Do you think you would get off your ass and walk to keep your kid alive? I bet you would. Do you think you'd go to bed an hour later or get up an hour earlier? I bet you would. So let me ask you something. Doesn't your body and your life and your mind deserve that hour earlier and an hour later too? It's not just about being a good mom because you decided to have a kid, or now this is your responsibility. The first person you have a responsibility to is yourself. Because if you are a shitty mom, if you are a shitty person to yourself, you're going to be a shitty mom. You're going to be a shitty wife because you don't have anything to give anybody else. So if you're not giving to yourself first, I promise you right now, you are not the kind of mom that you wish you were. I don't give a shit if you're putting your kids first. I don't give a shit if your kids have everything. I don't give a shit if you're with your kids all the blessed time. You are not the mother you will be. You could be if you would put yourself first and you would just make this one little change. You first, whether it's an hour earlier or an hour later. Now there's other people that say things kind of like this, but they're not as in your face about it. They aren't going to tell you you're going to be a worse mom if you don't do it. I'm telling you, you are the worst version of yourself right now when you're running around like a chicken with its head cut off, going here, going there, doing this, doing that. I can actually say to you right now that I'm a worse version of myself right now than I have been in the past, because I'm not doing my own hour of power. So it's a perfect reminder for myself to get my freaking shit together. I'm human just like you guys. I love all the hearts. I love 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 Periscope. Where are my hearts, Facebook people? All right. Anyways, I'm serious, guys. It's an ebb and flow. If you don't have this constant reminder, it's easy to slip back. It's easy to put yourself last. It's easy to make excuses. It's easy to say, well, you know, and then you're like, oh, shit. So that's why we're so focused on schedules right now. I'm almost at 2,000 hearts, Brittany says. Yay, Brittany! She's like sitting there. Yeah, I don't give a shit. You have to do whatever it freaking takes, people. I don't have time to kiss your ass. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't feel sorry for you. Your sob story doesn't matter to me. You want to know what matters to me? What matters to me is that you are full of love, full of light, full of happiness, full of energy, full of badassery. And the only way I can get you to the point of being full of that and living on peak personal power and living from a place of where you live by your core values and you feel good and you look good is by kicking your freaking ass. There is no other way to get people to take radical change than to kick their ass into that place. Yay! Look at all the hearts! Love it! I can't see who gave them to me. Let me see what your picture looks like. And then I will know. I will know. Who are you? Angelica! Thank you, Angelica! All right, so guys, that is the first part of putting you first. There's one other part of putting you first. Hi, Virginia. Once a week, you do a me day for 3 to 4 hours. For 3 to 4 hours, okay? So I just preached to you about 1 hour a day. Get up an hour earlier, go to bed an hour later. 1 day a week, 3 to 4 hours, you go on a date with yourself. Preferably outside of the house. No, you don't have to spend money. But you do need to do something with and for yourself. 1 day a month, I have a girls' night, but you can't hang out with the girls every Friday. You can't go hang out with your mom every Friday. You can't go hang out with your best friend every Friday. This is time that you need to be alone. Have fun with yourself, reconnect with yourself. I have more fun with myself than anybody else on this earth. Aloha, Renee. I always say, me and me have such a great time together because it is so freaking true. I have a blast with myself. We laugh together. I mean, it's just fun hanging out with me. But I had to develop that, guys. I didn't wake up and just love myself one day. I had to learn what ignited me and what made me have fun and what I enjoy doing with myself, right? And you guys have to find that as well. Going back to the Rockstar Success System, there's a whole list of things you can do for date night, a whole list of things you can do for family night. Excuse me, I believe there's a whole list of what you could do. Hi, Lisa. That you can do for your me days as well. So even if you guys want to brainstorm in the Direct Sellers Rock Facebook group, like, here's all the things I do for my me days, what do you do for your me days? Get a conversation going. This world that I've created here is not just about rocking at direct sells. It's called Direct Sellers Rock because you rock your life, right? You rock yourself, you rock as a mom, you rock as a wife, and you rock your freaking business. You gotta rock it all. And I think that's why people love so much about being a part of this world and me. Not only do I not sugarcoat anything, I show up as I am and as authentic as I am, but I expect that of you. I expect nothing less from you. And I always, always, always pushing you guys to greatness, even on your worst days. You know, even when you feel like you are less than great, I give you no other options than to be the best version of yourself, to find that zone of badassery. And the first way that you're going to do that is getting up an hour earlier or going to bed an hour later every single day, having that hour of power where you read 15 minutes, journal 15 minutes, and do some sort of exercise. And then once a week, you take 3 to 4 hours and you just go be with yourself. Thank you so much, Lisa. She says, I like your no bullshit attitude. And here's the thing, maybe one day for your me day, maybe it is around the house, right? Maybe you choose that you're going to take a bath and you're going to read, and then after the bath, you're going to do like a face mask pampering, and then maybe you're going to, do some Jamberry nail wraps, right? Maybe that's what you're going to do. But listen, if you're going to choose that to be your me day for 3 to 4 hours, can't be no kids and no husbands running around the house and messing up your juju. It'd have to be a time where you have the entire house to yourself to just be, number one. And number two, your me days, you can't run errands and go grocery shopping and none of that bull crap. So it has to be a time that you're alone. If you can't be alone in your house, you absolutely cannot do that. You can't choose the bath thing. You're going to have to do that as a bonus time for yourself when people are around. But you can't choose it as your me day if you can't get away from your kids and husband for 3 to 4 hours at home. Okay? But you could choose it as bonus time. You're like, you know what? I am going to put a bath in my schedule once a week. On Sunday nights, I'm going to take a bath, I'm going to do some pampering, and that's just going to be a bonus thing that I do for myself. And your family's still going to be around, right? So that's okay as a bonus, but not as that thing that you need to reset. Hi, Melanie. All right? So, first part of the OOI to the third power, which is order of importance, is you. Hour of power every day, me day once a week. If you have any questions about this, you can post it beneath this video right here in Direct Sellers Rock. For those of you guys on Periscope, if you're not part of my Direct Sellers Rock community, I think all of you are, but if you're not, go to directsellersrock.com. A lot of badassery happens there. We hang out, we have fun, we connect as girlfriends. It's such a great place to learn direct sales the smart way. And plus, having somebody like me, that I'm not scared to push you. I'm not why do I keep wanting to say I'm not scared to make you mad. I'm not scared to make you cry. I'm not scared to hurt your feelings, because sometimes that's what it takes to push you to the levels of greatness that you really want to have inside, but everybody in your life is coddling you because they're scared of hurting your feelings. They're scared of pushing you. They're scared of helping you reach those levels of greatness because they think you're not going to like them. Or other coaches are worried that you're not going to buy their shit anymore. You know what? Don't buy my shit anymore. If you leave me because I upset you, and you leave me because I pushed you, and you leave me because I was tough on you, then you aren't ready to change. You're not ready to grow. You're not ready to live the life that you want to live. And you're not ready for me, you know? So I'm okay with that. I go to the beach and coloritate, walk the beach, and have lunch and listen to the music and the waves. It's freaking perfect. That was Susan that said that, right? Sorry, it went away really fast. Yep. Let's see what it says. Markella says, how do I get my husband to realize that I need that time? I've said it till I'm blue in the face and I still don't get it. Your husband, oh, don't even get me started. We could be here for another 30 minutes. Let me just say this, guys, and most of you guys are not going to want to hear this. Your husband does not fucking dictate what you can and cannot do for yourself. It's not his job. He doesn't get to tell you when you have time for yourself. He doesn't get to tell you that, okay, you can go reset and be the person that you need to be to take care of our life. Okay, you can go have this time. Oh, hell to the freaking no. I would tell that man, this is what the hell that I'm doing. This is what the hell that I need. And if you can't respect that, you can get the hell out of my life. There ain't no man on this fucking earth that is going to tell me I cannot take time for myself so I don't kill somebody. There is no man that's going to tell me what I can and cannot do for me, because that's what I need to reset. No freaking man. And I have no problem telling that to my husband's face, because I'm not scared to lose my husband. I am not scared to be alone. I'm not scared because I know that there is some man in this world who will accept me just as I am if he isn't the one to do it. And I'll be goddamned if I'm going to change for any man because he thinks he's going to tell me what I can and can't do. I don't ask my husband for date night. I don't ask my husband for me days. I don't ask my husband for the shit that I need. I tell him, this is what I need. This is what I'm doing. Do I need to do something with the kids, or do you have them covered? Now, there are things where I ask him, but when it comes to me and my sanity and what I need, bet your freaking ass I never ask him. Never. Bet your ass. Never. I am the wrong person to talk about asking permission to husbands. It's a partnership. He isn't above me. I don't need to ask him. I don't give a shit what he thinks. I don't give a shit what he thinks I do and do not deserve. And there comes a point in your life, and every one of you, I hope it happens, where you realize that nobody can tell you what you need. You have to stand up in your own power and tell people what you will and will not accept, what you are and are not doing. And they either love you through it, or they throw fucking fits, and you end up in a fight. But I will fight to the death for myself. You women will fight to the death for your kids. You'll divorce your husband over your kids in the quickness. You'll lose a friendship over your kids. You'll stop talking to your family member over your kids. But you're scared to stand up to your husband about what the hell you need? There's something wrong with you. And I'm not just talking to Markella. I'm talking about all you ladies that are thinking the same thing, that were too scared to post that. There's something wrong with you if you will go to the death for your children, but you will not do it for yourself. Off my high horse. Hi, Heather. Bad time to show up. Hi, Omaya. Taylor, I will say this to you. You do not wait to make the money in order to get what you need to be successful. You do whatever it takes to invest what you need, to invest in what you need That's the right phrasing right there. What you need right now so that you can make the money to buy more of what you want and need to be successful. There is no such thing in life as making the money first for what you need to succeed. You sacrifice now wherever the hell you can and invest as quickly as you can so that you can make the money to have the life that you want. You will never, every single one of you, will never get to where you want to go if you constantly have a plan to buy this when you do. I will invest in this trading when I have the money. I will go on me days when I can afford it. I will go on date nights when I can afford it. You never will be able to afford it. You'll spend the money on something else all the time. And success in business does not come from saying that when your business gives you the results, then you will invest in it. Your business will fail every single time. Let's see. Well, Markella, you got a good rant for me anyways. Well, you would have to just leave the kids with them. That means that, Markella, your me days, you've got to do it outside of the house. You tell them what you're doing, that the kids are staying here, and you leave. You can't have me days inside the house then. It's as simple as that. You channeled Whitney with the hell to the no. Oh my God, you guys got me all freaking fired up. Well, I'll blame Markella. But you know what? The truth is, the way she asked that question invoked a rant in me the way that it did because so many women ask their husbands for permission. So many women ask their husband for permission. And I have no idea why. I have no idea why. It makes no sense. I probably look like her too. Janet Jackson from Rhythm Nation. I do think this is how her hair is styled in the cover, isn't it? I'm just a little bit curvier, but whatever. I can be Janet. Anyways, there's so many. So I'm looking forward to the people who watch the replay of this because, hi Jolene. So many people, like women, we won't stand up for ourselves the way we stand up for our kids and other people in our life, and it just doesn't make any sense. If you can't stand up for yourself, be your own best friend, be your own best advocate, then nobody will. Patrice says everyone needs to have at least one ex-husband. So you guys just got an idea of what kind of wife I am, right? So, Markella, having your kids respect your time, I think we'll probably talk about what day or what are we at? I'll put that on the list for Monday because we're going to be talking about a couple other, the other two powers. And pay attention to direct sellers drop because the other two powers come in. Your kids, that's a whole other thing. Your kids are the same way as your husband. If your kids don't respect your time, it's because you don't set those standards for your children. Simple as that. My now 7-year-old, since he was 1, since he was 1, if he saw me, like reading, he would say, oh, mommy, it's your me time. I'll be back soon. 1. So if your kids don't respect your time, that's your fault too. I don't want to know why you ask permission, Alana. It doesn't matter. Oh, here's my husband. You can't see him over here. Come closer.
I'll lean. Hopefully you guys can hear me.
They
ladies.
can hear you.
I'm moving the house around, so I'm all sweaty and nasty and stuff. So
I didn't tell him to do this
I
either.
can hear her from the other room. This is what a lot of ladies need to understand. Whether it's a man or it's a woman, you know, whoever you're with, it doesn't really matter. The point of the fact is if it's what you need, and it's what, like, whether it's like the me time, like she's saying, or it's you need to invest or whatever it needs to be, if that's what you need in order to succeed and be the person that, you know, deep down you really are, it helps you be a better person. She will tell me that she needs me time, or she will tell me that she needs to buy this or that, or buy it and then it sits on our bookshelf for like 4 months or whatever, and it was god expensive. But the point of the fact is, I'm not sitting here because I just put up with it. I sit here next to her knowing that the journey that she's on, I want to be a part of, and the person that she is who I fell in love with, well, like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
So, that's just how it needs to be. If your partner's not supportive, it's either needs to have a heart to heart and be like, this is what I need, and then they kind of like fall in line until they get to the point of realizing that that is exactly what needs to happen, or they just gotta, if you will, man up and just realize that they're here and you want to be here, so you gotta, there's a gap and they need to come with, or they need to sit there while you go. Sometimes that's the way it is. When she was doing slumber parties and pure romance and stuff like that, there was a lot of leaders that the ladies just killed it. They just killed it. And then the guys were supported for a while, but then after they started, like, you know, the business went up, and then their confidence went up, and then their, you know, their womanhood just skyrocketed, and then the guys couldn't, sometimes the guys couldn't handle it.
Yep.
So
and they got divorced. And you know what? Some of them stayed friends. Some of them were better that way. Some of them, they didn't talk anymore. But the point is, you need to do what you need to do for you. And us guys, we need to be there for you. I just had this tattoo apprenticeship. My whole house, my whole life, like grandma and everything, was totally flipped upside down. She you know, she sacrificed, she did what she did. Things didn't work out with the tattoo apprenticeship, but not because we didn't put forth the effort and support each other. It was a respect factor from the shop. I'm sure you guys have heard about that. But anyway, you do you, and they'll follow along, and they'll understand, or they won't. You
And
gotta
sometimes
do
that sucks, but
yeah.
it's what needs to happen. So
Thanks,
that's my 2-piece. Pound it. I'll go make some lunch and keep moving the house around. What is it? 1, 2, 3. Bye. Is that what you do?
I don't do that. Bye, baby. Thank you
You're welcome.
so much for coming in. I didn't tell him to do that. He usually just lets me do my thing, but I think that there did need to be a male perspective there, so that worked out great. I did kiss him, oh Maya. It took me a long, but you guys have to understand that, like, it took us a lot of fights. It took us a lot of shit, like me learning to respect him and not like bulldoze him, and then me setting my standards and where I needed to be and what I needed to be for myself. Like, it took a lot of fights and disagreements and almost divorces and shit destroyed throughout the house. And, you know, like, it hasn't always been rainbows and butterflies, but sometimes you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to find that common ground. And we have a phenomenal common ground now. I never really, I've never asked him for permission. I just had to get better at letting him know what I was doing, and asking him if there was anything he needed from me, but I was still doing it, sort of thing. But what did you guys say here? I know all of you guys are saying, I love Daniel, I love him, I love him. He is a great guy. He is an amazing guy. We've done a lot of work on, if you will, each other to get to where we are. I really feel like that. A lot of work on each other, right? Let's see. Heather says she's thankful for her supportive husband. Yes, Taylor, they let pride get in the way. Unless you're strong enough to, like, check that pride, though, they will bulldoze you with that pride. That's why I'm working on making sure Hub knows what I'm doing. I'm fortunate he's supportive. Yeah, and being communicative is so important. Like, why you're doing it, you're not asking for permission. You're telling them what you're doing, and then you're telling them why you're doing it. And at that moment, they have the choice of whether or not they're going to support you, or if it's going to be a fight. But you have to be willing, like I keep saying, to fight for yourself just like you would for your freaking kids. You have to. Flo says it took her a long time to go out by herself because of anxiety issues, and her husband would tell her to just go and enjoy your time. Go out there and be you and have fun, relax. She said she's finally started doing it this year, and her life is much better. Absolutely, absolutely. Good. You guys, so most of you guys have good men, right? But even if you have a good man, still understand you don't have to ask permission for time for yourself. That's two different things. You can have a good man and still ask him. You don't need to ask him. You need to let him know when you're taking time for yourself. You should not ask him permission for that. Does that make sense? You shouldn't. Husband training is an amazing idea for a website. Daniel needs to do his own husband training. I don't know, you know, he's a Lula bro, so he's gonna be doing a lot of that for LuLaRoe for sure. But you never know. That could be a great leg to Rockstar Direct Sales. We've thought about it for speaking purposes, like when we do like live speaking engagements, he has a part that he comes in and does, but that we've written into it. But I think that there's a good point. I don't know if the men would get on though. You know, that's one of the things, like, if your man's too prideful to let you have time for yourself, he's probably too prideful to show up to some training to help him be a supportive husband. Hi, Lisa. All right, guys. I am going to move on throughout my day. I've got 4 podcasts to record and a shit ton of other stuff to do. I hope that you guys enjoyed this live cast tip, trick, training tool that I have for you here. I know it's, I want to be like shrinking them down to 20 to 30 minutes. I know this went a little bit longer, but I really feel like the value that Daniel brought and added was something you guys needed to hear. Obviously, his inside said that he needed to come talk to you to give you a man's perspective, and I love that he went with that. So our theme right now is scheduling, marketing. Well, our theme right now is marketing. Our theme this week is your scheduling and getting your calendar in check. So be paying attention to the posts that are happening at directsellersrock.com or in the Direct Sellers Rock Facebook group. If I put out a post out there to go listen to a podcast, it's part of our marketing theme. So make sure you're going out and listening to that podcast, even if you've listened to it before, because it's part of what we're doing that week. Few things that I want to let you guys know before I go. The 10-minute booking strategies live training is tonight. It's only 27 measly bucks. Taylor, if you're struggling with bookings, this is a great place to start. You go to 10minute.directsellersrock.com. For you guys, the links are up here. 10minute.directsellersrock.com. 27 freaking bucks. I'm going to be teaching you how to get booked in 10 minutes a day. It's tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you guys miss it, still pay for it for the 27 bucks, and then you have access to the replay until October 6th. If you wait until I do it live, you're going to be paying more, and you'll have less time to catch the replay. Doesn't make sense. So go to 10minute.directsellersrock.com. Buy into it, especially you, Taylor. I think it's a great start, especially if you need bookings, and rock it out with me. That's a good place to start. You're going to get some tips and tricks and training and tools. Also, Taylor, pay attention to what's going on here in Direct Sellers Rock. I know you specifically asked, where do you start? You know, what do you focus on? You need to be with me live. If you guys love my energy and your life, you're struggling right now, and you really need to channel things that are going on in your life and business, what I've seen people do time and time again is they join me for every live thing that I do until their business starts taking off, and you know, maybe they have parties at that time, so then they go to the parties. But you should be joining me live as much as freaking possible to get the channeling. The $27 is for one training. It's about 90 minutes. Yep. And that is the cheapest training you'll get of mine. So I just also want you to know that as well. I am not a cheap direct sales coach, and I am a badass at what I do. You will absolutely have to invest, but it will pay you dividends. Dividends, like over and over and over again, especially if you train, trust, and implement. All right, so 10minute.directsellersrock.com, podcast.directsellersrock.com. Oh my gosh, you're so awesome, Brittany! Podcast.directsellersrock.com every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. is a brand new podcast for you. And then lastly, as part of our marketing theme for September, I have the 90-day direct sales marketing plan, Rock Camp, that's happening this Monday. So you go to rockcamp.directsellersrock.com. If you're on Periscope, you got to write down 10minute.directsellersrock.com, podcast.directsellersrock.com, and rockcamp.directsellersrock.com. For all of you guys in Direct Sellers Rock, the links are up here. I will see you guys back here tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern in Direct Sellers Rock for Rock Club, which is our book club where we're going over the first 4 chapters of Quantum Success. Even if you don't have this book yet, go buy it and join us tonight. Life-changing stuff happening. I'm so excited you guys are here. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye!